All right. Tis recording, I hope. So yeah, lesson 6 plus, I'm pretty sure, but that's kind of where we're at, I believe. Nice job at the concert the other night. That was a lot of good playing. We had you were asking like right after like what you did wrong. You know, it was like, no, this isn't, the time and or place, like, and specifically like place, like you never want to discuss stuff like that, like when other people are around to hear.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so it's like that's the first thing you avoid. So it's like you can always talk about stuff in your spare time on other people and like when they're not around, but you don't want to like be like, oh, well, this dude did drop some changes which screwed you up and then did this, that, and the other, and then he's like sitting right behind you where his mom is, or you know what I mean? It's like kind of like the mom at the baseball game who's like, that's my son, oh my, and they're just like, oh, everyone hates that person. So
yeah, I get that.
So yeah, you don't want to. So the place, that's not the place, and then time is like when you're done playing, just like we do all this work when we're like learning, improvisation and all that. That it's just really not. I mean, unless you're just having like a day where you're just like, oh my, this is the worst day of my life. Like, I mean, I literally hate today. I'm playing like crap. Like, and you're playing with close friends and you've been playing out. Probably letting them know that you're playing like crap and you feel like crap is a good thing. But like, when you go to play, just have fun and like and just be happy like with whatever happened. And it's like,
that's true. I mean, in the end, it's like you're playing. You get to play.
Yeah, you're playing music for fun. So it's supposed to be fun. That and real quick, I'm trying to word this right in my head. Oh, I just completely lost what I was thinking about. Is and you just don't want to announce mistakes. That's what it's like. No, like what I was saying. I was like, nobody knows you mess up until you like show it on your face or like. And besides like the number one jazz musician in the room with his ears, and he goes, well, that technically wasn't correct, and you're like, well, raise your pinky to that one. So just
Did I do that at all? Because I tried to like.
No, not enough to like be ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people like fiddle with their knobs or like whatever, or they just like pout almost, and it's really just it's pathetic.
Because I know I've definitely done that over the years, like playing, and I've like tried to teach myself not to do that, because in the end it like nobody really notices unless you do something obviously really, really bad. But so I don't know, I've tried to like make sure I don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like nobody wants to see that either.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in the audience, like they're gonna tell you did good, and the first thing you're gonna tell them, you're like, no, I messed up at the third chorus of this. And like that was the one thing they didn't want to hear from you.
Yeah.
What you could do is say thanks.
Yeah.
And it is like and then the other side is oh, thanks, I know I did really well, like I really nailed that part, didn't I? It's like being modest is like really the best answer to that. Like if you can just be like grateful for the compliment, whether or not you played well or not. Like I mean, yeah, that's the moral of that story there. So let's play. Well, with what the only thing that really came to my mind is just because what I was watching for when you did play on like things that I was seeing was the Lydian dominant in Girl from Ipanema.
Okay, yeah.
You were like almost in the right place at the right time, but like it was like you didn't like. It's like remember how quick it goes by. Like it's like
yeah. So okay. So I remember, I mean, I played like I tried to do the arpeggios when I could, like in the right spot. But
yeah, and like you still played stuff that was tonally correct, but like so you hit like G 7 sharp 11, and you're like but that was really our money note, you know what I mean? And so by the time you got to that one, we were on like G minor. And then it went to like G flat, and you were like, and then it was back to F, which still works, so all this stuff worked, but it wasn't like the obvious sound like that, like we were like talking about, like, in which way it goes by so fast, it's just like, it's easy to miss. And not saying like every time you see a sharp 11, play that note like, hey, but right now we're like, I'm working on like you hearing that sound. You know what I mean? Like, because if you can't really hear it, then it's hard to play it. Like, you want to be improvising, and you're like, that's the sharp 11.
Is that what you were just doing? A tritone? Is that what you're saying? That's not, is it?
No, this
That's
is
just going back from the scale.
yeah, it's just a 9 and sharp 11.
That's a tritone? Okay.
Yeah, that's your tritone. Yeah, and yeah, it was going the other way.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that the third, I guess, yeah, would be major third, but we're playing on a G chord, which makes it 9 and sharp 11. Oh man. So that's just the sound we're looking for. So yeah, real quick on the, like, let's just play the A section of that sucker. Yeah, and if you comp and then I'll play and then I comp and you play, so you kind of hear like what I'm talking about. And we'll just deal with for like G.
And let me make sure I have, because I'm getting a little confused. So the Lydian dominant scale is the sharp 4.
And a flat 7, because dominant.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and really, these are the money notes are here are really just sharp 11, 13, 9. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Really nice notes to play on that chord versus boring, and okay, but you already, I mean, it's just like night and day, it's a really cool sound. It's like, and it sounds like a pentatonic scale or something like that by itself, but you put yeah. Something along those lines. Yeah, so I'll play the first one and then you can see, and then the next one you get, it just goes to minor, so you're, and then you get so G flat. So you're just moving it down a half step for that. So yeah, you play the chords and I'll do the first one, then you take, and we'll just keep looping A on loop for now.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, tricky going back into F. It feels weird because it like doesn't. You're already there, and C is part of F. So remember, you are safe there. A 9 there is nice. On this part of the neck, it's also tricky. It's like this is a real fat spot, hard part of the neck, but it's easy to see. The next spots are up here, really the easy places for it. There's hybrids in between, but like, if this were in B flat, it'd be much easier. All of a sudden. major 7th, wide open.
Okay.
Not a good note, you know, really. So again, though, the 6 is fine, and you're like landing on the sharp 11, and that's already in F. So you could, I mean, you're there, and then you can do, you know, something, play the thirds right there below it. That's a nice sounding. That goes down to the major 7th there. It's actually Misty. It's on my own. The intro to it, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that's a decent sound for that.
So, never mind.
It's a buggy little song.
Yeah.
I mean, just like it just is like it's very play this, you know, like kind of sound to it. I'm trying to think. I mean, like you don't, and like again, you don't have to play anything. Oh, like yeah, your solo on So What? Oh my God, was just like that's exactly what I wanted you to do. It's like
Really?
yeah, it was like that's the perfect thing. It's like you just like showed so much discipline, like as a musician. Like literally nobody else in the band was able to play that little and get that much effect. You're like, you know, and just like oh, and then you were like again, and then it was like wasn't until like the 5th time. And it was like, bam, and Mike's like, oh, you know, I mean, it was just like right away. Like, I mean, like you almost played too simple. Like, you know, it was like you were almost, you needed another pass. Like, that was the issue there. Because, like, what you did was perfectly fine, but, like, they should have given you another one. Because on that one, then you could have been, oh, shit, you know, something fat. You know, little something flashy there would have been like, you know, you're like totes on it. But I mean, like for where you're at, I mean, it was like about as perfect. And the comping, you're like, or
It's honestly a really fun song to comp on, because those chords are really fun to play.
yeah, I know, and that's only 3 of them. You know, like imagine we get the rest of them all down, like, cause it's like a. You know, it's like, but I didn't want to mess with it all. That was a lot of Dorian real quick at you. So yeah.
Okay.
That was really good. Like, I was just thinking about that because I literally wouldn't have been able to do it myself. Like I know myself, and I would have like been like.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem it's like one of those songs because it's so like, it's so soft and slow. You're like, oh god, I just want to do this. Like, boom. But
you feel like you have to fill all this space, but you do not. Like it's just not necessary.
yeah.
I mean that's what. Because, I mean, I can, like, if you leave space, I can do something as a comping instrument for you, or the drums can do something, or the bass can do something to fill that in. And it's like, rather than just being, like, the you show, then it's like a collaborative effect on your things. Because you might play... And then... You know, I might get you like that if you're like, I'll be like, you know, and that gives me like place to play off you because it's really hard to play behind someone who's like. You know, it's like you're not leaving me in your room, but if they're like, you know, and it's like that's leaving me all kinds of room, and now we have like a thing. I'm like talking with you almost, you know, and I, you know, if I was a certain, we can actually comping broken chords, you know, which is really cool. We haven't talked about that. You know, something like that.
Broken chords?
Yeah, so I use like, you know, pieces of other chords, or like maybe not expose it. So if you're like, you know, coming up with different things, and it usually just involves moving one finger around. You know, maybe you're like, you know, whatever you're playing, I'd be like, and you're like, so it's like you're breaking up the chord or adding in a moving line along with it, and it's a lot easier when you're finger picking to do these kinds of things. But I've gotten kind of good at this hybrid picking thing, or chicken picking as they call it, bluegrass. Yeah. So yeah, now that we've talked about that song too much, let's play There'll Never Be Another You, because it's just like now we've ruined the whole authentic vibe about it anyways, and we'll come back to it here in a minute.
Okay.
Just so we can run through another, and then the other one's Black Coffee. Yeah, I mean that was fine.
The only thing about that one was when we played it live.
Your gap filling's a little like uncertain right now. Like
Yeah.
you just gotta like, I'm feeling kind of lonesome, haven't slept a week. I walked Black Coffee.
Like usually, like when it comes to that part, she's like black coffee. I just kind of
Yeah, something like that's fine. Yeah, that was cool.
It sounds really nice.
Went by. Yeah, I can't remember all the changes. Is that feeling mighty? Well, wait, she's doing it in B flat probably, huh, or something like that. I was feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink of Black Coffee. Since my blues went by. And I'm hanging out on Monday, and Sunday dreams will dry. You know, just like me, like it doesn't have to be a whole lot, you know. You know, it's like Black Coffee, you know. But yeah, like gap filling's easier. I mean that. Since it's still a fill. It's like I was saying, we can use chords as soloing. You know, you're basically doing it. It's not a I mean, it's like you're using the chord as a gap fill, like, you know. But it's, you know, it is nice to be like, you know, just some F blues, pentatonic, minor pentatonic.
That's what I figured, since it's just a...
You know, it's just filling that gap, you know, like it's just a little, just kind of like a nuance that could have been just a little smoother. Felt like those are like the only real things I noticed. You know, that's really intricate and picky stuff I'm picking at. Just so you know, like that's really nitpicky.
I like that though. I want to know like what I did wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really wrong. It's like what you could do better. You know, it's like or just other things you could have done. Because what you did do was not necessarily wrong. It's just maybe not the best choice. You know, at the time. Anyways, so yeah, There'll Never Be Another You. Like maybe like. Yeah, you get the melody, and then go ahead and blow first too, and then They say blow because you're a saxophone player, right? And it's like, you know, not solo first, you blow first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you have like mistakes, you can sequencing them is kind of fun. So you play them again, you know. So it's like if you mess up, like sequencing can like kind of hide that. I don't know. I was trying to show you. It's like so if you
What do you mean?
sequence
So,
something like you play. Maybe it wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but you actually like just like use the same idea again, like or like if you're like. It's like almost you can hide it by hitting something again, like you like. Get myself out of it. Like it wasn't pretty by any means, but like it's like by repeating an idea, like even if it's. That's Star Wars, the Cantina band. I just realized.
Yeah, it is.
And I've got to put a piece of paper up in this thing. This is annoying the crap out of me. I don't know if you're hearing that.
Yeah, the buzzing.
It's so stupid. Hey, you sell a $1,000 guitar and then make it buzz. Is it the back one? Where are you? But yeah, so like it's Miles would do that a lot. You just sequence that if you're having problems. Like just play the same thing again. Like the first thing you played something real fast and you're like ah. Well, I was like play it again. Would have been like my advice on that. You're like you're like I would have been like even if it's sloppy, like I meant to do that. In fact, I meant to do it 4 times in a row. Like straight up, like actually like let's see what we're at on time here. That's 24 minutes. Yeah, so that sounds pretty good. One place to use Lydian dominant on this one is that F7 chord when it comes around. So you're like, if I could use something in your dreams, there will never be another you. Right before there will be. So the first A, you get a really long F7 and really a B natural. Is a nice little shape to see off that. Because I mean, again, it's gonna by the time you like in the heat of battle, boom, it shows up. By the time you get somewhere, if you're just starting on F, it's probably gone by the time you got to the sharp 11 and moving on to minor 7 world, and you're like, well, shit, you know, before you. But this is nice because you'd be like. Oh yeah, so we slide into our 2/5 lick, right? You know, going to there will never be another you. It's always a if I made you dreams, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. There will be many other lips like his. So yeah, it's dream a million dreams, another fall, another spring, but there will never be another you. So that there will never be another you. something to get there. So really nice notes on that. You get again sharp 11, 9, and then the third of F. Yeah. And then there's this. It's trickier there because that's open. There's your sharp 11. So it really seeing it up there at that one. Yeah, because we're at F. F is a son of a gun because it's there. If you want sharp 11 there, that's not the place to get it. And then that's not. Because that's really where the best place, and that's not what. It's not usually it's not a practical place to see it, and that's not really. That one's great. That one's wonderful right there, So yeah, and then you just slide up a half step, and you can go right in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can always, it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we can go over the bar here. So if it's 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and... you gotta sell it, You're late, but, you're confident. Oh! And even though the other chord moved early, you still found your way back to the beginning and land in the right spot. And it's hard starting, right on it, too, and we're kind of just feeling it out, but you get... Yeah, and don't worry about the resolution. You can resolve whenever you want. If you do it convincingly, it goes.
Okay.
And, a lot of this is, because we don't have bass going behind us, it sounds a little less, functional, so.
Yeah.
But it'll go. Playing over the bar line is cool. That's, really hip, I'll be doing, on my, 5 chord for this song, I'll be and I'll just come in, so you'll be like, there will be, I'll be like, if there will never be another you, there will be many other nights like this, and then I'll land somewhere around there, I just happened to land on a melody note there because I was singing it, no. You can cover up all kinds of garbage that way by just playing confidently through it and use a lot of chromatic notes to slide your way around. And you're like, ah! And it's and this can get you at it, you can fill in those, C minor is a perfect sub for E flat. Same thing, right? See, totally legal in the state of California. Absolutely. So yeah, that's just something to think, like, like when it's like, I didn't get that so well, it's like it doesn't sound like it there, but like it might have laid a lot better than you thought.
Okay.
I found that out like listening back to myself. I was like, wow, I was so off. I was was like, wow, that sounded really cool that I came in late. And I was talking to Sean about that. He's like, oh yeah, totally play over the bar line. Like that's how, like, oh, now we resolved a C minor, but like the bass player would be like, oh, there he goes, and then they're with me all of a sudden or whatnot, something like that. So those kinds of things can be really fun. Your combo's young, so they won't respond to it like that. But if you play it convincingly, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's the big thing. It's just, I'm meant to do that kind of situation. You want to
make it look like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it all tonight, all over the place, because like we're a little rusty, and I can guarantee that.
Is it the fusion?
Yeah, we're not really playing fusion music though. I mean, we're kind of playing some fusion-esque tunes, but I kind of changed it because we didn't have a keyboard, so we're not really a fusion band. No, I mean we have a keyboard player, but we don't have like a keyboard that sounds like we practice with piano.
Oh yeah.
And I literally know no fusion bands that just have piano.
Yeah.
They have a synth.
Yeah.
Or an organ, like.
Fusion. It's like
The only
sound.
thing that makes this fusion is me throwing on a distortion pedal right now. It's like,
Are you doing that?
I'm gonna use it on once, but like that's where we were at, and I was like, this sounds so bad, because I was doing this tribal tech arrangements and stuff, and like the keyboard was like on some whacked setting, it like wasn't a piano sound, and I was like, then we tried to play it on piano, and it sounds awful.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid. Pink, 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 pink. It was like, where's my whap whap?
Yeah.
Whap whap. And I was like, oh, it sounds so lame all of a sudden.
That is pretty lame.
And then it's like, and I'm all distorted, and everyone else is very not,
Yeah,
and so then I sound like on edge. So it's just easier to do this. Like, I mean.
What are you playing exactly then?
Red Clay, which is like, it's.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yeah, it's like a doo doo dum ba ba doo 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 ba doo doo ba doo doo ba doo doo ba da be doo doo be doo doo be doo 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 ba doo doo ba doo doo ba yep be ba da ba ba doo oh ba 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 it's something like that.
Yeah.
Then it just has a solo section that. I'm gonna put all kinds of crap in these pickups when you leave, just all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so that's just like, it's just a C minor, and then B minor to E, and then A major, and then quick, and then it just turns itself back into itself. It kind of is it's a really popular fusion progression. Like it happens in like all fusion songs, just different keys.
That's cool.
Start somewhere, move down a whole step, do a 2-5 into a major chord, and then go back to the first chord by throwing a 5.
Okay.
So it's like it just loops forever, kind of thing. And so Red Clay, then we're doing Forgotten Stories, which is like by Sean. I think I showed that to you. It's like it's like 6/8. Go.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I love it, dude. And Jake was like,
Jake,
he was playing it pretty well. I think we all kind of liked that one the best. And then we're doing a Mellow Mood, which we did last semester, so we're kind of copping out. But Jake wanted to do it again, and we got new people, so I was like, shoot, why not? And that's just like a Dr. Lonnie Smith C minor blues, like. again, like, so the first one was C sharp, and now we're going here. It's real. I mean, we're gonna play a lot of the same chord. You'll be surprised, you know, and I'll use the same licks on different chords in different places. But it's just guitar, so it's awesome because you just move these same things around. And then we're doing You Got Me by the Roots and Erica Badu. Yeah,
nice.
Doing this like
That's cool. It's a great song. Are you playing the melody?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing that like a few times, and then I kind of wrote a new part to it, and I was like, because it got boring, I was like, yeah, so it's got some triplet hits. Be-da-doo, be-da-doo, ba-ba-doo.
Did Jake want to play that song?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of well. I mean, it was a thought of mine a while back, and I was just like, okay, that'd be a good idea. I think that's all for today, Dr. White, on that.